It's Gracie here. Hold on, I'm getting my light. What's that? I'm getting my light out so that y'all can see me. Ooh, snap. Hey, y'all. There we go. Hey, y'all. It's Gracie the Yogi here. And I'm back with a message. I'm just gonna hold the camera. I'm back with a message, guys, and the message here is don't believe them. Hold on, let me put my phone on not Airbnb. Don't believe them. Don't believe them. What does this mean? Okay. The moment that you believe someone in regards to what they tell you that you are and are not capable of, or adapting their beliefs in their lifestyle, is the moment that you give up your ability to manifest things and to live your best life. You want to know why? You can't listening to people and believing people, if you don't have discernment and if you don't have confidence in yourself and your own ability to be able to make decisions, no matter what, listening to people can be your biggest downfall. Straight up. This is like a message that I've gotten recently, and I felt the need or the want to express that to you guys. Because it's a lesson that I've learned, and I've learned over time. Now that I'm 20, I'm a yoga and meditation coach. I'm a business owner. Like, I do what I want. I'm free. I now understand that you cannot listen to people. People can entirely ruin your life if they're the wrong person to listen to and they don't have your best interest. They can actually ruin your life. And you'll look up and be like, wow, I lived for everybody else, and whatever everybody else told me to do, told me that was right to do. And now I'm looking like Goofy, Boo Boo the Fool, looking dumb because I don't have none of the stuff that I want, because I'm over here listening to people who aren't even joyful in their own lives, or their beliefs is their beliefs. You need to be comfortable with accepting those beliefs, even if they challenge yours, and it can be triggering. I get it, like, we're all human, but that really is just the ego. When you believe something, you don't have to be conflicted with somebody else's beliefs. You don't need their validation. And I keep telling you guys, don't seek validation from other people. Don't seek validation from the 3D. Seek validation from up here and here and with yourself and through God. Okay? Because not everybody has the same vision. People cannot see what I see in my mind. They don't understand the relationship that I have with myself and with God. And I don't expect them to. I would like the respect, but I don't expect them to. As human beings, sometimes we are inconvenienced by other people. However, stick to your plan, okay? If you have a vision, a strategy, a structure and something that you want, understand that you have it for a reason, and when there's a will, there is a way. When there is a will, there is a way. You don't have to know exactly how this and that is going to happen, but what you shouldn't do, you shouldn't listen to that family member or that person that's like, how are you going to do this? How are you going to do that? Well, you need to do this. Well, you need to do that. Or, yeah, okay. You wouldn't know what's going to happen if you listen to them? You're going to be looking goofy. Goofy. Like them. Because you believed them. The moment that you believed them is when you give up your anatomy to be able, or autonomy to be able to manifest things. So, your belief shapes your reality. What you believe and where you believe, the energy flows. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. If I believe that I'm a pop star and I'm a rock star, that's what I am. And best believe you, I'm going to be on that stage. Okay? So, sometimes people need to be in control of you, your goals, and your life in order to protect the insecurities that they have within themselves. Let me say it again. Sometimes people need to be in control of your life, of your money, of your assets, of your business, so that they aren't confronted with the insecurity that they have within themselves. There are really some people in this world that they can't fathom seeing anybody doing better than them, or having a nicer car, or leveling up in life, because it challenges their perception of themselves, and they don't like that. Some people are really, really selfish to the point where they can't be happy for somebody else, and they need to assert themselves in order to feel like they have power over you and what you do. For example, just because the money is on a table, or just because the opportunity is on the table, doesn't mean you should take it. That's where discernment comes in, okay, guys? Some people want to make it easier for you just so that they can turn around and control you with the fact that they made it easier for you. So, the money that they all of a sudden had, when things are, that all of a sudden they have the money to be able to help you when things are working out, right? Things are working out, you're sticking to your plan, you're bossing up, and all of a sudden they have the money to help you. Oh yeah, I'll give you the money for this. Why don't you do this? I'll do this for you right now. Yeah, I'll help you. I'll help you out right now. Where was that money at before? Next thing you know, they're using the fact that they gave you money as leverage. Next thing you know, in a discussion, well, I gave you this, I gave you that. Next thing you know, telling other people how they did this and that for you, and trying to mess up your reputation. When somebody does things from the heart, not in a means to control you, they don't need to throw it back in your face. They don't need to tell everybody about it. So that's when discernment comes in, and really not guilting yourself and being strategic. Don't feel guilty for being strategic, and don't feel guilty for putting yourself first in a lot of aspects. As in, yeah, that's a good opportunity, But I'm going to stick to my plan, because once I give you that, you're going to start to use that as leverage, and you're going to start trying to pick upon my image of myself. That's how a lot of people are. So just because the pie look good, don't mean it don't got shit in it. Don't mean it don't taste like shit. You have to think and have some discernment. Oh yeah, this is a nice opportunity. But how nice is it? Okay? So one of the biggest lessons that I've ever learned is stop listening to people. Just stop listening to them. Okay? Just stop. Listen to yourself. Listen to your higher self. Listen to God. Listen to your intuition. As a person who has had big dreams since a young age, I've had big dreams. And at a young age, I also learned, like looking back on it, that there were people just ready to jump in front of it, as in tell me that I can't do it. A 14-year-old, and I've had a grown man tell me that I can't do it. When I was 14 years old, and I still do, and I still am, I had this dream of moving out the country and going to Costa Rica, moving out the country, living lavish as I am, as I do, okay? And I remember it was somebody on the phone with a family member, and that man was telling me, and how are you going to be able to do that? When are you trying to do that? And I was like, well, by the time I'm 19. And he was like, well, how are you going to do that? You can't do that by the time you're 19. You're not going to have the money. You need to go to college, and you need to do this. Like I asked you, bro. Don't listen to unsolicited advice. I didn't ask you. If I confided in you and needed your advice, I would ask you. And that's the unsolicited information. Normalize telling people, hey, I understand you care about me and I appreciate that, but I'm gonna put that boundary there as to, I want to keep my business private. I didn't ask you. I don't want your advice or your opinion. Let's talk about something else. That's it. But you have to have a certain level of confidence to even say that. If you're so concerned about other people's feelings, and if you're going to hurt their feelings, you're not going to be able to properly assert boundaries with people and let them know that I understand your opinion, but I didn't ask for it. Okay? And I've had people do this many times. If I didn't ask you for your opinion, I don't confide in you. I don't need it. I don't look up to you. I'm not inspired by you, so I'm not asking you for your opinion. I don't even know why you're telling me this. I don't know why this is in the conversation. But looking back on it and being so young, I was a lot more vulnerable, and my mind was a lot more tangible than it is now, meaning I was less willed to do what I desired to do than I am now. So really, I'm thankful that people told me, oh, you can't do it, you can't do it, you can't do it. I believed them for a minute, and it did hold me back, but I got up even stronger, because it takes guts to do a lot of the things that I do. It takes guts to do the things that are abnormal to people. It takes guts to believe in something outside of what the normal people tell you need to believe, and tell you what you need to do in order to be successful and in order to live a fulfilling life. People aren't going to tell you, they're not going to tell you how they really feel in the inside. They're not going to tell you about the mistakes that they really made and what they did. And I can go deeper into this, but moral of the story, you don't listen to people. At that point, like, I've literally had this agreement with myself. I'm just stop talking to people. I'm just stop listening to people, because If your energy is going here, there, you're not going to be able to focus on what you're trying to do, the life you're trying to live, and what you're building. And other people may not ever understand because they're too egocentric and self-centered to put themselves outside of themselves and see why you do what you do, or why you like what you do, or why you believe what you believe, or etc., etc. People are too egotistical. They think that my experience is the right way. They think that the way that what is around me and what I see and hear is the truth. Nothing else besides that is the truth. So yeah, if I were to believe those people, I would be just like them. And I didn't want that, and I don't want that. So, moral of the story, develop a relationship with yourself, develop a relationship with God, and do have those people that you confide in, that you know has your best interest, that is not judging you. Do have those people, whether it's online, in person, that inspires you and that you would like to be similar to, while also simultaneously living within your authenticity. And then once that happens, that to me is really a game changer. It really is, because you start to have a pass key to get into your mind. You have to be, in order to get into my mind, you have to be let through the gates, and that's up to me. Some people have a little home outside of the gates of my mind. I love you, but you can't come in. Other people, they're welcome in my heart. And then majority of the people, they can't even approach the gates. So you have to have a gate of your mind. Should I let them in or should I not? Okay. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. You guys have a great day. Have a good night.